So did you see where I went?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna show you here. This is gonna be the same login that you did for the assessments. And again, if you log in, I have this fake student called student, and you're logged in properly, then it'll bring you back to this page where you should be able to see your name. Okay. Are you going there, Emily?
Yeah, I see my name.
Okay. And then if you click on the little drop down menu here, it'll say assessments, which is what you want to do, and click select. And then the first thing that comes up by default is the sample assessment. Right. Okay. And so I want, like, for this user, right, there's no calculated total, but what you should be able to see is the credited response, right? And what your response was, and whether or not it gave you a point. And then the question number, and in this case, the assessment ID is Q0. That's the assessment name in the system for our sample quiz. It's Q0. And then you'll see this is your user ID. And over here is a timestamp. And so you'll notice that, for example, this was me playing on 2 different days, September 22nd and September 23rd. But there's also, you know, hours and minutes and seconds where it was recorded on the database. And so here you can see these are for the same question. And like I said, if you're doing a good job then of you know, calculating this, I would say, well, my last response to question 1 was this final one in the table, right? And I think probably the table is ordered, though I'm not sure, because it probably just orders everything based on the time of submission. So you'll have to be careful, but probably as you move down the table, you'll see your last response to each question, which will come up. I'm not sure that that's absolutely true, but I'm pretty sure it is. So then you'll be able to count up your score, right? If you look at the last submission for each question and you see whether or not you got it right, you were scored correctly. So you all should take a minute to do that. Do you have any questions about that, Emily?
No, it's actually pretty self-explanatory.
Okay, good. Well, I mean, you would be surprised. You know, there are oftentimes students that will submit multiple times the same answer to the database, and they'll want to count all of those where it says I got a 1 point credit for all of the questions, right? But when I download it, I just filter it for the last response for each question. So if you do that when you're looking through the table, and I do the same thing, we'll come up with the same answer, and you'll know how you did based on the automated scoring that Ignithium performs. Okay, does anybody have any questions for me about that? I'm gonna stop sharing. Okay.
Wait, Professor, is that the same for homework?
No.
So homework is only the printout, right? I
Yes.
haven't really. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And okay. I want to show you all one other thing, so just give me a second. Okay, so this is the other thing that I wanted to show you all. So last night, I went and gave you all some feedback on what you turned in. So Can you hear this? This is a good example of one. So if you didn't get 30 points, then you deviated in some way, but in a way that you should be reasonably concerned because you don't want to have any problems when you're doing a real exam, right? So here it's a low stakes thing. Can everybody see the one that I pulled up? This is the one for Emily. Can you see it, Emily?
Yes, we can see it.
Yeah. So Emily entered her name and sample exam and everything in the code correctly. And notice she also put in, we said we're going to do number 1 was going to be our substitute exam question. Some people left that as number 5. Again, you know, think about what you're doing. And she has the cover page here, just like I asked. And then she pastes her Ignithium questions, and notice how she has the login to the assessments so that I can see her name. And again, I'd like you to do that. It's really not for me because it doesn't matter if the stuff doesn't go into the database, then you all just won't get credit for it, whoever does that. So it's not really for me, but it gives me some assurance if I can see that at least I know you were logged in. And then, you know, she pastes all of her questions here, and that's fine. And then she provides images of her work. So the reason why I wanted you all to see this is I don't think Emily has access to any special technology. I think she has a MacBook. Is that a Mac that I can see?
Yeah, it's a Mac.
Yeah. And so you all should be able to do this too. It looks like you took pictures with your phone here. Is that right, Emily?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you I don't know if you emailed them to yourself or whatever, and you pasted them into the document. But
if people can airdrop, I just airdropped it.
You airdropped it, yeah. So and here for the screenshots, it doesn't look like you did this with your phone. Did you did like a screen capture, like
Yeah.
a Command Shift 3 or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah, and pasted it in. So if yours looked approximately like this, and you know, you told me the right substitute question, and you know, anyway, if you all have trouble for whatever reason, if there's anybody that's having trouble doing it this way, then please let me know. Maybe come to office hours, we can do a couple examples and you can work on it. But this is the sort of thing that I was expecting to see. And if I didn't see it, and there's some people that did multiple documents, again, it's not something that on the day of the exam would cause you any real trouble. If everything's there, I'll see it. But it's just much more straightforward for me to be able to grade as I'm going through them. If you link different documents, upload different documents, then it's more of a challenge for me to grade it, because you guys can't see what's on my side. But yeah, this is what I'm looking for, and I wanted to make sure that you all had a chance to see a good example. So does anybody have any questions about that? Okay, no questions. Okay, and nobody has any questions about their grades on Ignithium. You know, there are a few folks that didn't turn in